This is not another HR dashboard. What you're about to see is a candidate engagement report that only AceNgage can deliver, because it's built on years of listening to candidates, analyzing thousands of conversations, and benchmarking across 25 plus clients. Most organizations track only who joined and who didn't, but what about why? At AceNgage, we capture candidate motivations, risks, and decision drivers. This is why our clients don't just hire better, they retain better. Our secret sauce: we don't rely on forms and checkboxes. We listen. We combine human-led conversations with proprietary analytics, then benchmark against 25 plus organizations. The result? Insights that no internal TA dashboard or survey tool can replicate. Here's the kind of clarity you need. You don't just see joins and declines. You see the 77 joiners who are already risky. That predictive view helps HR focus on retention before it's too late. No other report in the industry gives you that foresight. Other reports will tell you what happened. AceNgage tells you why it happened, and which of those are controllable. In this case, process delays and documentation gaps made up nearly a quarter of risks. That's an HR quick win. Without AceNgage, you'd never see it this clearly. Most companies can't see recruiter-level data because it's politically sensitive or messy. We cut through that. With AceNgage, you know exactly which recruiters are converting candidates and which ones need coaching. This visibility is unique to our reporting approach. Generic engagement tools stop at surveys. We go further, capturing what candidates actually feel at each stage. Our report shows the sharp dip between pre-offer trust and post-offer engagement. That's the leakage point, and only AceNgage can show you this pattern so starkly. Here's where AceNgage creates real ROI. We isolate the preventable. In this case, nearly half the declines were controllable. Process delays, clarity gaps, engagement misses. That's the power of our method. You don't just see numbers, you see where to act. At AceNgage, we don't just stop at tracking numbers. We calculate candidate NPS to show advocacy levels among both joiners and decliners. A plus 55 CNPS means most candidates would recommend the organization. But notice this: joiners scored 61 while decliners scored 33. That contrast reveals hidden advocacy gaps. Insights only possible because AceNgage listens at every stage, not just at exit. This is where AceNgage makes engagement predictive. We track declines across time windows. Early stage dropouts are only 15%, but the danger zone is day 16-45, where nearly half of losses occur due to weak follow-ups. Without our structured listening, these leaks would go unnoticed. And here's the part dashboards can never replicate: real stories. These are unsolicited LinkedIn posts from candidates themselves, thanking recruiters and specifically calling out companies for making their journey smoother, improving brand perspection. Every AceNgage report ends with a playbook. Not vague advice, specific actionable moves. Fixing process delays can recover 20% of dropouts immediately. Because we work across 25 plus clients, we can show you exactly where competitors are winning talent. And the surprise? It's not 50% hikes, it's at the 11-20% range. Without AceNgage's benchmarking, you'd be guessing. With us, you're informed. These reports are possible because we've spent years listening to candidates across industries, roles, and geographies. No other provider combines listening, benchmarking, and action the way AceNgage does. That's why talent teams trust us to decode candidate behavior. With AceNgage, you don't just get data, you get direction. And that's how candidate engagement becomes your competitive advantage.